Happy Wednesday, sweet friends. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And today is my monthly collaboration with my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. And today we will be creating some Dollar Tree DIYs for you all today. I have this Mackenzie Child's napkin. That is my inspiration for all of my DIYs for today. So I'm going to be creating some budget-friendly DIYs, Mackenzie Child dupe DIYs using Dollar Tree products. But before we jump into today's video, let me just tell you a little bit about my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. Melinda is known as the Tablescape Queen. She also does hauls and creates budget-friendly DIYs. And on her second channel, All Things Home on a Budget, she uses the items that she creates on her first channel, the Crafty Doll, to style and decorate her home with. So if you are looking for some budget-friendly ideas on creating DIYs and styling your home, please check out Melinda's channel. For this DIY, I have this Dollar Tree flower pot or planter. I have some of the Apple Barrel lemon paint, and then I'm also going to just use some of the white paint. I was going to paint the planter with the bare white paint, but I just decided not to do that because the pot's already white. And I'm going to go ahead and mix up my yellow paint and my white paint just to kind of lighten it up a little bit so that it's not as bright. And I'm just going to take my paintbrush and I'm just going to go ahead and just start to freehand squares all around my planter. And I did, in areas that I did kind of go over a little bit, I did take a wet paper towel and then go back and wipe those areas off before they dried. And then after everything was complete, I let it go ahead and dry. And then the next day I came back and I added some of the gold rub and buff. And I just kind of went around the squares that I painted. And then a couple of days later, after it dried some more, then I went back over everything with a coat of the Rust-Oleum clear matte finish, just so I could protect my paint job. I also did go over the edge of the flower pot with the Waverly Gold Antique Wax, and that is going to be it for this DIY. And we are moving right along. So I have these two plate mats, and I am going to make two double-sided pillows, excuse me. And so what I started off by doing was I mixed up some of the outdoor Mod Podge with some of the white chalk paint. I'm just going to go ahead and start to freehand my squares all over my placemat. Once that was complete, I did let it dry, and then I went back later on and I added some of the gold rub and buff. And then once I did that sit for a little bit, the next day I did take everything outside and I actually gave this pillow a coat of the Rust-Oleum matte clear finish also, just to protect it, because I do plan on putting these outside. I love the way these turned out, by the way. And so once I did that and everything was completely dry, I did bring everything back in, and then I went ahead and used an old pillow, some of the stuffing from an old pillow, and then I went ahead and stuffed my pillows. And that is all I did for this DIY. And these are two-sided, so you can either do the checkerboard print on one side or you can do the florals on the other side. So I really like the way these all turned out, so you'll have to let me know what you think. And when you're making these squares on these DIYs, they do not have to be perfect. Because as we all know, all Mackenzie Child's items are hand painted, and so no two things are the same. And so you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY, but I love the way that all these turned out. And all of these items will be going in my front yard. I'm going to be doing a front yard refresh, and these are the items that I plan on using to give my front yard a good refresh. Let me know what you think about my Mackenzie Child budget-free dupes. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you're already subscribed, thank you for continuing to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. I would also like to thank all my new subscribers for joining my YouTube family. My name is Tawanda. This is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And if that is something that you're interested in, please consider joining my YouTube family. I would greatly appreciate it. And I forgot that I did, when I went ahead and put the pillow together, or I was going to use my I have this sewing glue that I usually use to put on my pillows when I make them. But because my craft room is a mess right now, I wasn't able to find it. And because I was doing some other projects to put outside, I just ended up just using some of the liquid nail to go ahead and seal the pillow together. So you'll see me here doing that. I'll have to let you all know how it works out. But I use liquid nail on a lot of items, and I have something I have this table that I used the liquid nail on about 7 years ago, and it's still kicking. So hopefully this will last. But I'll have to let you all know. And I also put a picture somewhere on the screen of what this pillow would cost if you're buying it from Mackenzie Chow's. And I'm going to be honest, I would prefer the $1.25 option over the $99.95 option. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY. We are moving on to our last and final DIY for today. So this flower pot was actually a tan color, so I did go ahead and use the Bare paint and primer white paint to give it a coat of white paint. And then I took some of my midnight blue paint, and I'm going to go ahead and start to freehand adding all of my squares. And then, like I said before, once everything is completely dry, I'm going to go back and add my gold ribbon buff. And then when it's dry some more, then I went back the next day and I gave it a coat of the matte finish protectant, clear matte finish protectant by Rust-Oleum. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I love the way that all of these turned out. So you'll have to let me know what you think. And I believe I created all of these DIYs for less than $6. So that is a great deal, because the flower pots are like, I believe they're maybe somewhere between 50 and 60 bucks. I do think they're on sale right now, but still they're way too expensive. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY. And that is going to be it for today's video. I would like to thank you all for spending part of your Wednesday with myself and my sweet friend Melinda at the Crafty Doll. I'm hoping that we gave you some inspiration to create some budget-friendly DIYs using Dollar Tree products. I will have the link to Melinda's channel and to her video in my description box. If you can go ahead and click on her link to watch her video, I would greatly appreciate it. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you all on Sunday. Goodbye.